let's go.
Hey guys, it's Hybrid.
Yeah, see, that time I waited for you. This is our 4th time recording this. I am White Sheep, and I am thoroughly fatigued. Anyways, for those of you that don't know what the word fatigue means, no, I'm just kidding. This is our Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. review. It's good to be back. Do we even know what episode number this is? Do we know what the name of the episode was?
No.
Repilot, Part 2.
Let's call it.
It's called Special Effects.
I wish they just called it Tahiti, or It's a Magical Place.
I really hope that was the name, because if it wasn't, somebody needs to lose their job, and Josh needs to replace them. Anyways, let's just quick recap a little bit, just a little one.
Brief.
We found out more about Coulson.
Very
essentially,
briefly.
Sky had to go rogue. Got some good screen time by herself, being a badass.
Taken off.
The training paid off. A lot of people were like, when are we going to see Sky go out in the field? We saw Sky go out in the field. Melinda May, secretly not a cold-hearted bitch, but still love her. Almost no Fitz and Simmons. But
very, very...
bulk of the meat, quality scenes, Raina and Coulson. The interaction between them two is fantastic, because I think they're the best actors we've had on the show so far. And that's including Samuel L. Jackson in that one scene. But anyways...
That was my favorite. My favorite scenes were when those two were together in that room.
When she was talking to him and trying to convince him. That was fantastic. Because she's got, and I'll say this right now, she's got layers to her character that nobody else in the show has, and I'll elaborate in a little bit. So let's jump into some pros and cons. Josh, your biggest pro for this episode?
My biggest pro is the scenes we got when, obviously the big cost a lot of money, but scenes like the bus. And the big, not special effects per se, but the big scenes you could tell that were done well. That was just awesome to watch, that you wouldn't get on another show right now.
Essentially, you were happy that this episode had a Michael Bay budget. Yes. Yeah.
And also,
that
Coulson,
video effects.
Every Coulson scene,
yep.
I liked.
Great. And to me,
especially the end one.
One of my biggest pros is, or let me just say, Chloe Bennett. She gets an A+ for this episode because that was fantastic. Her character did essentially, I think, for a young actress, I hesitate to ask for more from her because I feel like this is probably definitely the best we've gotten, and it was fantastic. Really,
it was great.
It was great.
I loved it.
But
I love her.
It was ridiculously impressive too, because for such a young person who doesn't have a lot of experience under her belt, she actually did a good job of conveying a fairly layered character, and she got her own little storyline, which is good, because she had sort of faded in the background for a little bit before being unduly the focus, but she handled this well. Another pro, like he said, Coulson, but to me, the fact that we got more of Coulson's origin, because it wasn't all revealed right away, but what it was a perfect teaser. I feel like Joss had something. With that scene with Raina, where he was like, he didn't have a father, and maybe that's why he looks up to Captain America so much.
Yeah.
But it was just enough to satisfy us while making us want more. Like, when you think about it, just think about it. It's like, we got a little bit. We figured out Tahiti's not real. Somehow he was brought back from the dead, which we already knew.
We saw a brief scene of that.
And it was immoral.
Very good.
That was so good.
Yeah, it was extremely
It was one of the best scenes that we've got. But, I know, Josh, you have a theory on this, and I'll ask you about that in a minute, but to me, it's just the fact that we got, the quality of the episode was much higher than especially the mid-season finale, to me, was fantastic. I know lots of expectations for the mid-season finale. Didn't quite live up to the hype. But very well handled in this, sequel. And I've said this before in the 4 other times that we tried to record this. This is the closest the show has gotten to Firefly, I feel, in terms of the way they told the story.
Okay.
And that's the best the show can hope for, is being Firefly.
Cons. Before we get into our theory.
Cons. Not enough Fitz and Simmons, but I understand it in the context of the episode. My biggest con is still Brett Dalton. He is the Achilles heel of this show. I don't know. He looks good, but he doesn't really do a whole lot. Qualify that statement. This is really his first acting gig. He hasn't done a whole lot that's been a big budget like this, but it's impressive to see that he's actually matured as an actor over the course of this show. But to me, that's really the only cons. I did like that they handled it and they kind of teased, but I'm worried how they're going to wrap up all these threads that they have going on. It's starting to remind me of Doctor Who and all the webs that Moffat weaves with the different storylines. But go ahead, Josh. What are your cons?
Mine is the only one that really comes to mind was that you didn't mention is how much they seem to place importance on Coulson. Like Fury placed importance, Maria Hill placed importance. But I felt their execution of that, showing that, was kind of underwhelming. I was expecting some bigger names, like maybe Maria Hill coming or something, to oversee getting Coulson, considering how important they made him sound. So it just, to me, I was like, if he's that important, you think they'd
That's true.
really put a lot of effort into getting him.
Think about that until now, but you brought up a good point. It's like Victoria Hand was like, oh, no one agent is that important. Well, clearly he was pretty important for them to do all these immoral procedures on him.
Yeah, like they did 7 procedures.
I didn't really even think about that.
And he was dead for
Maybe
a
it's
few
S.H.I.E.L.D.
days.
trying to cover their ass. I think they'll probably just be like, oh, we were trying to cover our ass. We knew you'd get out of there.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Who knows?
Theories about Coulson. What is Coulson actually?
Okay, I think he might be a very sophisticated cyborg of some sort. The reason why, I think, like, obviously being a cyborg, he still has human parts, but I think when it comes to, like, in here, his heart and everything, that is powered by a knockoff version of an arc reactor of some kind, I'm guessing, just due to the fact that between Extremis and what we've seen that S.H.I.E.L.D. has, obviously they're pretty advanced.
Clearly.
People are thinking that maybe Asgardian technology is involved. That's possible, because they did analyze the Destroyer, and as we've seen throughout history, one piece of technology can easily be manipulated around, stuff like that. So really, it's up in the air for now.
So you're saying cyborg, essentially?
Yeah, I'm rounding off the cyborg because if he has no heart,
I get you.
His brain activity is still going on. He's technically dead.
Well, hold on. I mean, my issue is, to me, I was going clone theory hard, but let's rest in peace to that, because we kind of showed that he probably isn't a clone unless they cloned a body and put his brain in it, which is potential. But rest in peace to my clone theory for now. I was on the cyborg theory, but wouldn't Simmons have found something wrong with him in her physical?
Not exactly, from what they've shown, because S.H.I.E.L.D. has gone lengths and bounds to manipulate all evidence of that. As we could see,
but I mean, she would have found, it was an independent medical theory, she probably would have found, something.
Well, the girl did that. She could, like, see through walls, and the only reason why I'm thinking that it might be like a cyborg-esque thing is because the stuff that she could see when she saw through walls is traditionally like metallic metals, technology in general, heat signatures, stuff like that you would be able to see in here, because you could easily
somebody just, that could see through walls.
Like, he always has a scar there, so it could just be like a little device in you.
Wait, who could see through walls?
The lady with the eye.
Oh, true.
The girl.
Yeah, Amador. Anyways, I'm still sticking to my clone theory, actually. I just can't put it to bed. I think they might have cloned a body and put his brain in, but what was that machine doing? Props to the Star Wars-esque, like, interrogation device. But anyways, I wonder if that brief glimpse of Nick Fury counts as a cameo. Counts into his contract. But anyways, that about wraps it up for me. I'm going to give this show... I think we're both in agreement with this. Can
8.
I say it?
Yeah.
God damn it. I can't even introduce myself first. Just go away. You're done. We give it an 8. Signing off, I'm White Sheep. I'm not letting him say his name.